What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Tokyo Dark. It's been a while, but I'm back and ready to get more into this game because I love it. Anyway, if this is your first time watching one of my playthroughs, or if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for your support. I very much appreciate it. If you do like my playthrough, please leave me a like, a comment, or subscribe to my channel for this and other playthroughs. I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Dun dun dun. Oh shit. You've gotta be kidding me. Funny, me and some of the other guys were just talking about you after practice the other day. Specifically, we were taking bets as to how long it would be before you showed your face again. Shame. You coming in here now cost me 10,000 yen. Not that it matters. Ever since you left, things are looking up for me. I won the last department kendo tournament, and I've been enjoying my promotion. Oh yeah, thanks for the new office, by the way. Anyway, non-active duty cops, or you, in other words, aren't allowed in HQ right now. So what do you want? I need a favor. Oh man, this just gets better and better. Begging me for a favor, huh? Kinda figured you might someday. So, what do you want me to do, Ito? Sneak into the evidence locker? Steal your gun back for you? Like I'd do anything for you. The brass have already told everyone in the damn station to steer clear of you. You're considered bad luck for people's careers. Well, myself excluded, I suppose. Wouldn't expect anyone to do you any favors from here on out if I were you. And I'd rather not people see us talking and think that we're all friendly or something. Now get out before I have to call someone down here. No, threaten with violence. Hey, stop! What the hell do you think you're doing? Stay where you are, Taira. You too, Saki. Ayami? Shit, you really are as crazy as they say, you know that? If you think I'll keep this quiet, you're wrong. Shut up, Taira. Saki, I need you to do exactly as I say. Sure, Ito. Whatever you say. Go and look up a file for me. What file? On March 4th, 1996, there was a raid on a compound belonging to a cult called the Common Kai. I need a copy of the police report and anything else on record. It's going to take me a little while to run the search, so don't do anything rash, Ito. Please. Hell, you're serious, aren't you? Maybe you should put down the gun and we can talk about it. Two adults, detective to detective. Guess you don't see me as a detective until a gun's to your head, huh? You always were lousy at dealing with people, Taira. March 4th, 1996. I found it, Ito. But I can't protect you this time, Ayami. Why would you do something like this? This isn't the Ayami I know. There's no way I can look the other way with this. You know that, don't you? I know. Copy that report onto a USB and place it on the counter. Taira, get down on your knees. Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you if you stay put. No sudden movements. Don't try anything. Trust me, I know all the tricks a lot better than you do. I'm going to grab the USB off the counter and leave. That's it. Don't come after me, Taira. Ito, you stormed into a police station, held a detective and a staff member hostage, and stole files. Exactly what outcome do you expect here? I won't come after you now, but someday the cops will catch up to you. Someday soon. Tyler's right, of course. There's no way I'm staying a free woman for long. How will this all end up? I don't know. But I know they won't catch me. I know how this department works too well and its deficiencies. If I keep moving and don't stay in one place too long, I'll be alright. For now, at least. I got what I came for. I need to move. No, no, no. I thought if I got hard evidence or something on paper, the confusion would go away. What I felt when I held the mask isn't supposed to be real. But but 12 people died in the cult that had it. Raina's mixed up in it somehow. It's a coincidence. It has to be. The historian talked about cults and rituals, but people in cults believe anything. But that doesn't explain what I've seen. Enough. I want the truth. I want to rest, and this only makes it more confusing. Keep going. Have to keep going. It seems strange now, but you'll find the truth. Find something, anything. Find the truth. Make everything normal. There is truth in here. 2 kids and an adult got out. That matches what Takashi said. Why is the location of the cult secret? It's all being covered up. They don't want me to find it. But I'll find the truth, one way or another. Debriefing report. Incident report. 14th March 1996. Tasked with raiding compound belonging to cult known as Common Kai, located in Redacted. Arrived to discover 12 bodies dead on arrival near compound, including cult leader Shinji Umizawa, aka Tokimasa. Other bodies included 6 females and 3 other males of varying ages, along with 2 children. Cause of death: 2 other children and 1 other considered missing, may be dead, other survivors. Personal effects collected at scene of crime include masks and several other ritual objects. Result: raid considered a success. Cult known as Common Kai's activities have ceased. Surviving members have been rescued. The report is unclear, but it's obvious that the mask had a part to play in those 12 people's deaths. A young girl's suicide in Shinjuku made me aware of the dark. And I know now that an ancient mask can be used to find a door that may be the key to getting Kazuki back. Learning about those 2 facets of the mystery was supposed to be enough to show the way to the dark. But even though I can feel the dark, something is still wrong. A piece is still missing. My gut tells me the missing information I need has to do with what happened to the Common Kai. I have to make the Kawana woman talk. She's the only one alive who could tell me what happened that night. The pills that the doctor gave me are right on the table where Kazuki left them. Count on him to pester me about my health even when he's gone. I hate these pills, but I'll keep taking them for your sake. I told you to stay away from my family. Don't drag my grandchildren into this any more than you already have. Stay back. I have questions about the Common Kai, the group your daughter and son-in-law were part of. You're the only one alive who'd remember. Common Kai, I don't know anything about it. Leave me. Grandma, enough. Listen to yourself. Do you even realize you're lying anymore? Takashi told us everything. And you, Ito, just because this investigation's important to you doesn't give you the right to barge in here. Your grandma and I need to talk. If it upsets you, maybe you should go. No, I'm not going anywhere. This is the house I grew up in. It's as much mine as it is Grandma's. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of me. Only a little while ago, I found out my parents died in some cult, and no one even knows why. You think hearing that was easy for me? I want to help you, Ito, but all the deceit and lies are starting to hurt people. What I'm chasing is so much worse. Tell that to that poor man in the station. He's in the hospital now, terrified out of his wits. People aren't only here to be used for information and then thrown away while you move on. They have lives too. And bringing up the past can hurt. Surely you, of all people, understand that. I do. But ignoring the past won't make it go away. And there's unfinished business from the Common Kai that needs to be taken care of. But what's left to talk about? Everyone's dead, right? I promise to talk to you about all this later. For now, let me and the detective talk. Go on. You were cooking us dinner, weren't you? All right. We'll talk about it later, but I'll be in the other room if you need me. So you found me out. Now that Mai knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping it a secret any longer. The truth is, my daughter never would have joined the Common Kai if it weren't for me. I convinced her and her husband to join. I was already a member. At the time I joined, my husband had left me and I'd lost my job, suddenly leaving me a single, unemployed mother who could barely support her daughter. That's when Tokimasa found me and told me that the society that stigmatized and shunned me was a fiction, a great machine to be fought, and that my very soul was at stake. Of course, he used me as he did everyone else. I desperately wanted to hear that my struggles weren't my fault. They stole everything from me, my youth, my mind, then my child. And then one day in 1996, they all died. The cause of death was buried and no autopsies were performed, or if they were hidden. Why? That's simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultist in the woods and covered it up so the papers wouldn't sensationalize their deaths. That's it? After everything I found, you expect me to believe that? 12 people died that day and no one knows why? What happened? Tell me the truth. You want to know what happened so badly? Fine, I'll tell you. They died for nothing, following in the footsteps of a madman who believed that life was an illusion. As words of other compounds and other groups being raided spread, Tokimasa began warning us that the end was near. He believed the world was collapsing and it was time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and find purity among the gods. My Imiko, she didn't die from some conspiracy. She chose death because she no longer had an anchor to reality. And it was my fault. Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them. know you do know something. In the report, it says after the officers cleared the bodies, they found the mask, the same one you handed to me 6 months ago. That's... Tokimasa would always keep it to himself, saying it granted him sight into the realm of the kami. I needed it. You don't understand. It allowed us to see strange things and people who were gone. The guru was a fool, a fake, but the mask was real. There is a rumor that the cult members were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't. No, you don't understand. I would never kill my own child. I didn't take the mask. It was given to me. One day, a man, some journalist or other, showed up at my door carrying the mask. I couldn't believe it. I begged him for it, and he stood there, smiling at me. His eyes were like none I had ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted in exchange for the mask was a picture of Emiko. When I joined the cult, I was forced to give up my possessions, and only had one left, but I gave it to him nevertheless. I thought if I had the mask that I could find her, that maybe she would forgive me. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I could hear her voice. So you went into the sewers chasing after her, thinking you could save her. Takashi told you that as well, did he? Yes, it's true. Emiko was crying out to me, begging me to find her and free her from a dark place. I would have given anything to hold her in my arms again and plead her forgiveness. I don't care if you don't believe me. Just like Tanaka was calling out to me. I do believe you. We're probably some of the few people left alive who know what this mask is capable of. If you really thought it'd help you find her, then why'd you give it to me? Because I was wrong. At first I only followed whispers. Then I found myself in a strange labyrinth, chasing after her shade. The days bled together. I lost track of my grandchildren, of the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how hard I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me. I descended into madness. I was being used again, just as Tokimasa had used me so many years before. I tried getting rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. None of it mattered. It always came back. And when I did, the visions and whispers only got worse. So I put it out of my mind and tried as best I could to live a life of solitude and ignore the screams of my daughter. Then you came. And when you did, the mask was screaming out in voices I'd never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I didn't even have time to breathe out a sigh of relief before I heard a gunshot ring out. No one else ran to it. I think I was the only one who knew that sound for what it was. I thought the mask was punishing me once again by taking Maya away from me. Instead, it had passed tragedy to another. I'm sorry. Perhaps the knowledge of the mask should die with us. There is one other person who knows about the mask, a girl named Reina. Does that name mean anything to you? No, I don't know anybody by that name. Do you expect me to know everyone who's been touched by the mask? No, but you were involved with the group that worshipped it. Are you sure you're telling me everything? Yes. What good will accusing an old woman do? Unless you're chasing someone too. That must be it. Mai told me you lost someone, your partner in the police. Is that right? If I'm right, Then I suggest you stop your search. The place I was shown by the mask was not meant for the living. I barely escaped with my life. Stop while your mind and body remain intact. What if I told you there was another option? What other option? In the months since I first met you, I've had time to examine the ancient texts in this shrine, and as the mask grew further away, it loosened its grip on my mind. I knew then it would someday make its way back to me, and so I became determined to find a way to protect myself and my grandchildren from its influence. The darkness of the common Kai and its ritual object are but manipulations used to sever our connection with what is truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. Dark forces can invade all manner of living and non-living things, driving them to violence or death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. It must be destroyed. It is the only way to save us from its grip. Destroy the mask? I thought you just said it couldn't be done. Not physically. Grandma, is everything all right? I overheard you talking about that mask again. Yes, dear, but you needn't worry. In fact, it's good you're here, as this talk involves you. You've trained in exorcism and purification rituals for quite some time, haven't you? Such a ritual could purify the mask and turn it into a mere piece of wood, given we gather the right materials, of course. I can tell from the look in your eyes that you think me to be senile, but I'm quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with enough conviction, they are still capable of great powers. Before, I was content to die as long as the mask didn't hurt my children, as I was too feeble to do what was necessary myself. Sorry. But now seeing you here, I see a second chance to do it as right. If you truly do know what the mask is, then you must help me destroy it. Slow down. I didn't come here to be involved in a ritual or exorcism or whatever you call it. I only want the truth about the common Kai, which you still haven't given me. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? So be it. I can see there's only one way to change your mind. The only trace of what happened that day would be at the common Kai compound itself. The records of its location are lost, and they were never made public, but I know where it is. What's the catch? Go there. Search for your truth. See what worshipping the mask has wrought. When you return, you'll help me destroy it. What makes you so confident I'll change my mind? I went back once, years ago. In all honesty, I'm not sure why. Perhaps to remind myself of my sins. What I saw and felt in that place, it was tainted by darkness and death. Those two things are all the mask will afford you. There is something else. I had a feeling you'd say that. The heavy, unnatural air I felt when I returned to the compound, it had the same stench, the same quality of the tunnels where I searched for Emiko. Sounds like a superstition to me. So what exactly is it you want in exchange for the information? I believe the energies of the mask and that place are linked. I want you to bring something back from there. Anything. It may help in the ritual. Looking for the truth will not bring you peace, detective. Purifying the mask very well might. Remember that. The compound is in the forest of Aokigahara. Aokigahara? Hey, that's the suicide forest. Suicide forest. What a dreadful name. Though I suppose those woods have seen their fair share of tragedy and death. Ito, you can't just go charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you get lost? GPS doesn't work in there, and I heard even compasses point, won't point north. Not only that, but, well, a lot of people go there to die. I don't think you should go. You two keep talking about that mask like it's some evil spirit causing you pain, but I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by a mask. It's just you. So many nights after the girl died in the shrine, I had nightmares. Every corner I went around, I thought I'd see her there. It wasn't a ritual or a charm that made me better, though. I just stopped listening to the fear. I confronted it. When you took me to see Takashi, that was the first time I left Kamakura since April. It's embarrassing to admit it, but I was scared. And yeah, Takashi telling me all that stuff about mom and dad was scary, but it was the truth. I wasn't hiding from some demon I'd invented myself. Anyway, I know you might not listen to me, but I don't think you should put yourself in danger just so you can keep chasing your demons. Maybe you're right, but some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the common Kai compound is something I have to do. Well, it's your choice, but Aokigahara is huge. How are you going to find one compound? Mai makes a good point. It's been a long time. Are you sure you remember where it is? Of course I do. I know what you two must think of me, but I'm not senile. It's a hike away from a bus stop on the outskirts of Narusawa. We used to go into town occasionally for supplies. Several miles away from the bus stop, there's a clearing and a path that are used time to time by the Forest Service. I'll draw you a map before you leave. It continues for quite some time, and eventually it will be blocked off. Keep going forward and don't turn back or leave the path. The forest can play tricks on you. Supposing the path is still there, it seems pretty incredible to me that the compound would have been left alone all these years. It still stands. After all, why would they bother to go and dismantle it? Go search for whatever truth you think you'll find. But be careful, detective. Do what must be done, then leave. Staying there is dangerous. I hope that once you enter that place and feel the energy I did, you'll have the sense to see what I never could. You understand, don't you? The mask must be purified. Don't be a fool. Finding what happened that day will change nothing. You're being haunted by your past, chasing phantoms as I once did. When you enter those dark places, you leave pieces behind. Purify it. Stop this while you're still whole. I'll begin preparations for the ceremony regardless. Mai, see her out. She's never said anything like that to me. You must have really scared her. Listen, I'll help with this ritual because I think it'll help Grandma get better. But don't get yourself killed. I know in your eyes I'm probably just a kid, but I know how much it hurts to want the truth. Takashi obsessed over the past, and I was miserable not knowing. Grandma almost went insane on top of that. Grandma said it herself, "You're still young. You should forget about all this and start over." And you might not want to hear this, but listening to you two talk about masks and spirits, well, you sounded like that girl at the shrine. It scares me, and it should scare you too. Take care of yourself, Ito. All right, well, I'm going to save it here. Things are definitely getting more interesting. And when we come back, we're going to go to the suicide forest and search for the Common Kai compound. Things are definitely getting darker. It's getting Tokyo darker. Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you like my playthrough, please leave your support by leaving me a like, a comment, or subscribing to my channel for this and other playthroughs. Thanks again for watching. I hope y'all have a great day or night. You're awesome. Hope to see you in the next episode. Peace out.